To transform dead soil into fertile soil, you need to improve its structure and increase its nutrient content by adding organic matter like compost and manure, as well as implementing soil management techniques like crop rotation, mulching, and ensuring proper irrigation. This process involves increasing the activity of soil microorganisms and requires patience to see significant results. Preparing the charcoal. Crush the charcoal. Crush the charcoal into smaller pieces to make it easier to incorporate into the soil and be absorbed by the plants. Sifting, optional. You can sift the crushed charcoal to obtain a more uniform particle size. To process wood charcoal into organic fertilizer, you need to crush it into small pieces and mix it with the soil around the plants or with other growing media such as compost or manure. Charcoal can also be activated by soaking it in a solution such as lime water, then mixing it with liquid organic fertilizer and local microorganisms. Then, it can be dried before being added to the compost. Add cocopeat, an organic growing medium made from coconut fiber, excellent for plants due to its ability to absorb and retain water, maintain soil moisture, and provide oxygen to roots. This medium is also environmentally friendly, resistant to several soil pests, and has an appropriate pH for many plants. Eggshells are beneficial for plants due to their high calcium content, which acts as a soil conditioner, strengthens plant cell walls to prevent disease, and helps deter pests. You can use eggshells by crushing them and sprinkling them directly around plants, or by boiling, drying, and finally grinding them into a liquid fertilizer solution. Benefits of eggshells for plant soil fertilizer. The calcium in eggshells helps improve soil fertility, which is essential for good plant growth. Strengthens plants and promotes sustainability. Calcium stimulates the formation of strong cell walls, making plants more resistant to disease and damage. This can specifically prevent frost problems in the flower parts of plants like tomatoes, eggplants, and peppers. Pest repellent. Eggshell flakes scattered around plants can act as a pest repellent. Rice husk mixed soil improves soil structure. This mixture makes the soil loose, porous, and has many cavities, which are good for root development. Increases porosity. Rice husks create air spaces in the soil, allowing roots to absorb more oxygen and nutrients. Maintains moisture. Rice husks help retain water, thus keeping the soil moist and reducing the frequency of watering. Source of organic matter. Rice husks are a source of organic matter that can provide sufficient nutrients for plants. To make organic fertilizer from charcoal, cocopeat, and eggshells, you need to mix the processed ingredients. Eggshells need to be crushed very finely or ground into a powder. The charcoal, which can be rice husk charcoal, and cocopeat, processed from coconut fiber, are mixed together. A little water or an active ingredient like EM4 can be added for composting, or mixed directly into the soil as a solid organic fertilizer. Ingredients. Charcoal. This charcoal can be ground rice husk charcoal, which improves soil structure and absorbs air and nutrients. Cocopeat. This growing medium is made from coconut fiber and helps maintain moisture and provide nutrients for plants. Eggshells. Eggshells need to be ground into a fine powder or flour so that the calcium is easily absorbed by plants. How to make. Ingredients. Eggshells. Wash the eggshells thoroughly, dry them in the sun, and then grind or blend them until they become a fine powder or flour. Charcoal. Make sure the charcoal is in the appropriate form, such as fine flakes. Cocopeat. Use ready-made cocopeat, which is a growing medium made from coconut fiber. Usage. The finished fertilizer can be sprinkled directly around the plants. You can also add a little water and stir it for a more effective fermentation process before use. The best time to apply organic fertilizer is about 2 weeks before planting for solid fertilizers like manure, and in the morning or afternoon, 6 o'clock to 9 a.m. or 4 o'clock to 6 p.m., for liquid organic fertilizers, or during foliar application, as cooler weather and high humidity improve absorption. These times are chosen to ensure the nutrients from the organic fertilizer are available when the plants are actively growing and to avoid nutrient evaporation and plant stress due to intense sunlight. For solid organic fertilizers, manure, compost, ideal before planting. Apply about 2 weeks before planting, as solid organic fertilizers are slow-acting and require time to break down into nutrients that plants can absorb. This ensures the soil is fertile when the plants are ready to grow. For liquid organic fertilizer, POC, or foliar fertilization, ideal time. Morning between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. or afternoon between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. Cooler temperatures. Lower water temperatures during these times reduce the risk of evaporation of heat-sensitive nutrients. High humidity. Higher air humidity facilitates nutrient absorption through leaves and open stomata, which generally occurs in the morning or afternoon. Active stomata. Plant leaves are more readily able to absorb nutrients when the stomata, leaf pores, are open for respiration. After watering, rain. Apply after watering or after rain, as moist soil conditions will help liquid organic fertilizers be better absorbed. Things to avoid: hot daytime. Avoid spraying liquid organic fertilizer during the day when the sun is hot, as this can cause stress to the plant and loss of nutrients. Before rain or at night. Avoid spraying facing rain, as the fertilizer can be washed away, and the lack of sunlight also reduces leaf absorption. Signs of thriving plants after applying homemade organic fertilizer include fresh green leaves, fast and healthy growth, and loose, fertile soil. Also, look for good flower and fruit development, and a distinctive earthy aroma, similar to that of soil after rain or fermentation. Plant signs: fresh green leaves. The plant will display vibrant, dark green leaves, indicating adequate nitrogen intake for photosynthesis and leaf growth. Fast and healthy growth. The plant will grow more quickly and have strong stems, indicating adequate nutrition for overall development. Abundant flowers and fruit. For flowering or fruiting plants, good organic fertilization will encourage the formation of abundant, high-quality flowers and fruit. Older leaves don't drop off quickly. Eggshells are beneficial for plants due to their high calcium content, which acts as a soil conditioner, strengthens plant cell walls to prevent disease, and helps deter pests. You can use eggshells by crushing them and sprinkling them directly around plants, or by boiling, drying, and finally grinding them into a liquid fertilizer solution.